Greetings, Hope Scholars, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Dr. Orobosa, and on this channel, I show current and aspiring healthcare professionals how to, 1, quickly and successfully earn their degrees, and 2, how to start, build, and enjoy profitable careers within the business side of the healthcare industry. So definitely subscribe and turn on your post notifications. I promise you don't want to miss out. Now, today's conversation is for my doctoral students or individuals who are interested in acquiring a doctorate in one of the health sciences. So specifically, I talk from my experience of healthcare management, administration, and public health, but really these mistakes can apply to any of the health sciences programs if you are interested in acquiring a doctorate degree. And the conversation is the things that you should not do when you're starting your doctoral program. So let's talk about it. First things first, starting a doctoral program is very exciting. When I started my program, I was so excited. And do know, if you gain admissions into a doctoral program, you have done what many people have not been able to do. Many people get rejected. I have served on several doctoral committees, and for one reason or another, a candidate's application gets rejected. And unlike your bachelor's program and some master's program, doctoral program hunting has to be very strategic. But when you get in, it is very exciting. And so just to take the moment to celebrate that component. But also, as much as your admissions and starting the program is exciting, it can become overwhelming. And this varies from person to person. But collectively, just speaking to doctoral recipients, including myself, I know that not all of our programs was peaches and cream. Whether it was navigating reviewers' feedback or just trying to find the right way to write your research or having some stumbling blocks, the process can start to become overwhelming because on top of doing a doctoral program, 9 out of 10 times you're managing life as well. You're probably working or you have a family or just things that happen. And so you're trying to manage a program that is rigorous and it will require just as much as your time. Okay, so do know it's going to take a lot from you, but the end is rewarding. And the key to doctoral success is really to prepare yourself for the unique but rigorous journey ahead. So let's talk about that. And one of the ways that you can prepare for your doctoral journey is by learning from other doctoral candidates and recipients' mistakes. There are certain mistakes as a doctoral student you do not have to make because you've learned from others. And I'm so thankful some of the mistakes that I avoided, I had learned from people who were in this space and advised me like, hey, you don't got to do that. You don't have to do that. Trust me. And so today I'm going to share some of the mistakes that you should avoid when you're starting your business-focused doctorate degree. So let's talk about it. Mistake number 1, procrastinating. Procrastination is the enemy to your progress, especially in a doctoral program. And how I know is because I was on the opposite end of procrastination when it got me. Now, like I said, academia, being a student, for the most part, easy breezy for me. But there was one class that I had a paper due. It was my finance class, because for the first 2 years of your doctoral program, you're taking didactic courses. My finance course, and the professor, he was very strict. And I was like, okay, I have a paper, it's a 10-page paper, and it requires us to have these financial calculations, etc. But I got it because I've been doing the work thus far. It seems good. So here was my plan. On Wednesday, I said, okay, Thursday when I get home, because Thursdays at that time I didn't have classes to teach, I'm going to go and work on my paper. But I went to work because I had a 9 to 5 at that time as well. And when I got through that day, for some reason, it was just so happened, it was the most exhausting day. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take a nap and I'm going to get up after the nap to work on my paper. Well, that was an amazing plan. But when I woke up, it was the next day. And so I said, okay, since I didn't get the paper done on Thursday, or started at least, I'm going to take a half a day on Friday. I'm going to come home and I'm going to be ambitious and I'm going to get this done. Friday came, somebody told me who sent me to go get something to eat. I didn't want to cook because I said I don't want to do anything that's going to distract me from getting to this paper and writing it when I get home. So I get home, I got me some food. Well, when I ate the food, it gave me the itis. And I said, oh, feeling tired. I can't focus this way. Now moved into Saturday. Mind you, the paper is due on Sunday evening. And Saturday, I'm sitting at my computer. I'm having all types of writer's block. Still not being productive. Paper that I said I was going to work on from Wednesday. And actually, I should have been working on that paper since the Monday when the assignment was open. A Sunday come, now my brain is like, and I'm just typing. I'm like, I got to get this done. Because one thing you must know, in the doctoral program, you don't have much room for failures. You only have a little wiggle room to mess up before they kick you out your program. And I mean, I say it's little, okay? It's on a case-by-case basis. So I was like, I cannot miss this deadline. So I just started typing anything. I submitted it, so it's done. When I got the grade was reflective of exactly what happened that weekend. I'm even thankful it was a C. And the comment that he wrote on this paper, he says, with this quality of work, you will not go far as a doctoral student, but C is for the effort. And in my mind, I couldn't even be mad at him because I'm a practical person. If I mess up, I mess up. I'm not like, oh my God, you shouldn't. No, I knew. I'm even thankful it was a C because you couldn't get anything less than a C to continue your program. So by God's grace, he gave me a C, but the comment, it stung me. It was like, because he just didn't give me the C and kept it moving. He gave me a C and told me about myself. Talk about, if I continue this level of writing, this is not for a doctoral student. You will not go far. It was a wake-up call for me. So I'm telling you, don't let procrastination be your enemy of progress. You have to manage your time. You have to. Which leads me to mistake number 2. Being closed-minded is a no-no in a doctoral program. The professors don't care what you did in your previous academic endeavors, your career. They don't care. Because remember, you are working to get a doctorate degree, but also when you become a doctor, you're now their colleague. It's no longer student teacher. No, doctor, colleague. So you can't be closed-minded. You have to go into this process with an open mind, and you have to be willing to receive constructive feedback, not insultive feedback. Constructive feedback. That is key. So be open-minded. Mistake number 3, isolating yourself. This I highly advise against, although in my program, I did it. I isolated myself, especially when it got time to writing the paper. Like in those writing stages, I told my family straight up, look on the Find Me Friends app. If you see me circling at my location, that means I'm alive and well. Do not call me. Do not call me because I wanted to focus. And although you need that level of boundaries with your family, you should not isolate yourself because sometimes you go through hard times. I just told you the remark one of the professors gave me for that paper. And there was many other remarks similar to that about the quality of your work. Not insulting to me, but the quality of your work. Because you're working hard. Okay, this is not a program. Doctoral program is not only working smartly. It's also you're doing hard work as well. And the hard work is not necessarily the industry stuff. Is managing all of these different people's personalities and their feedback. Because you can get a feedback from one, they're loving the paper. They're loving. Oh my God. I love the way you put these 2 theoretical frameworks together and draw conclusions. And then the next person will tell you, no, I need to see more. And you have to circumnavigate all of that. That's what makes it challenging. It's not necessarily the body of work, especially if you are in the field. So let me just be clear about that. But you don't want to isolate yourself because when the challenges come, you need a support. You need people to support you. Mistake number 4, not having an academic plan. Now, I'm not talking about the plan that the school gives you, your own personal academic plan. Having a plan and sticking to it. Now, these are one of the plans that I will tell you do not break. If you say on the weekends, Saturdays is where you're going to focus on writing, don't stray from that plan unless it's an emergency situation because just missing one day of writing can set you back a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. Let me be real transparent. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you've probably seen this story. My dissertation got rejected 6 times. I have never experienced that level of rejection in my life in an academic setting. It's on the 7th time. And this is how I know that God intervened because it happened on Good Friday. It was on the 7th time that they said, congratulations, Dr. Owie. As you can imagine, it was like, what I was working hard for in 5 years, just suddenly it stopped. It was done. But a part of that getting to that finish line is because I had a plan and 98% of the time, I didn't play about that plan. I stuck to the plan. And I told my family, please don't call me. My friends, don't call me. Don't ask me enough. If I don't reach out to you, don't reach out to me. I'm okay. All right. So I'm joking here, but I'm telling you from a space of a person who's been through it. You want to have an academic plan in place. and stick to it as much as you can. And then the last mistake is neglecting your personal health and needs. And this was something that, because I was trying to figure out how to manage it all, especially when it started to get really intense in the dissertation writing stage, I neglected my personal health and needs at times. And one thing my body is very good for is when I'm doing too much, it knows how to sit me down. And I never forget, when it sat me down, I was out for the weekend. Like, I didn't have any energy. I just didn't have it. So I'm telling you, as a doctoral student, don't neglect your personal health and your needs. Trust me, if the degree is meant for me and I'm working diligently to achieve it, I'm not going to kill myself to acquire it. No, I'm not going to put my health on the line, because God forbid something happened to you, the program is still going on. There's other people, your reviewers, they're moving on about their jobs. So you need to not neglect your personal health and needs. Although I will say, you're not always going to be able to achieve a balance between your life and your doctoral program. And this concept of balance, I really believe, is something that you have to actively work towards. You're not going to always have balance. Something may have more precedence than something else. Oftentimes that something is your paper. Your paper is the something, and it's like, hey, you need to feed me, you need to nurture me, we need to be born. Okay? So you're not going to always have that balance. Oh, my doctorate and my life is going. No. In the course of getting my doctorate, my dad got really sick, and I had to, be there for him. Thankfully, he recovered and is in great health now. But it happened during my doctoral program. In my doctoral program, I moved from a whole nother state. I started my doctorate degree when I was still living in New York. But life happenings, I relocated to another state. So you're not always going to have that balance, but you should not neglect your personal health and your personal needs. And my final note to you, know that you can do this. You're no different than me. The only difference is that I went through the journey and I stayed the course. So I hope this is helpful. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you know what I'm going to say. Like, subscribe, and share. And until the next time, bye for now.